Hello and welcome to Ian Paul. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the rest. So I'm actually a left-handed player, but I use the rest right-handed, so this is quite suitable for most of you. What you want to check first is that you've got a nice straight back and forth movement on the cue down the rest. You don't want it going all over the place because then you're obviously hitting in the complete wrong place on the cue ball. So just have a couple of goes, just making sure that cube is going backwards and forwards nice and straight, as I'm doing here. And of course when you're going through in the cue ball you want to keep that straightness going. Now there's one thing to notice, this is an English pool table, so it's very rare that you actually use the rest, but for snooker for example, there's a lot more distance in it. It's a 12-foot table, so whenever you do have to use the rest, you could be still sort of stretching. Now because of how far away you are from the cue ball, the distance might fool you a little bit. So what I do see a lot of is having the rest really far away from like the cue ball. It's always best to have it a bit more closer than you think, because then when you're getting close to that cue ball you're thinking the ball's about here. You're down on your shot as well, so just make sure that rest is a bit closer to the cue ball. Also to make sure that the cue isn't too far up the rest. A lot of new beginners seem to have this and then they end up going. So you want to have it just not too close to the cue ball, but not too far away as well, because you end up losing that sort of wobbly, well, you end up getting a bit of wobbliness with your cue there. So if you can, it's best to lay the rest down and have your hand on top of it like I've done here, just to keep it sturdy, because if you're holding it you could be just moving about a little bit. You don't want to have it like that, so you just want to keep it down nice and sturdy. And with the cue, make sure you've still got that back and forth nice and straight. As you can see my arm here, it's sticking out sideways. Now this is just to get a good movement of the cue, because if you have it like that, it's not as sturdy as having it like that, and there's no really other way you would want it. You won't want to put arm up in the air. And also you want to be looking sort of like down the barrel of the cue, so you're looking straight down it, having your face sort of close to it, but just under your chin. So I've just got it under my chin here, so you can move it as far back as you can. And then when you're ready to take your shot, make sure you keep that straight line with your cue going straight through the cue ball.
So let's have a look at the key points. Make sure your cue is going backwards and forwards nice and straight. Make sure the rest is not too far away from the cue ball, but not also too close, which of course also means making sure your cue isn't too far away from the cue ball. Don't forget to make the rest as sturdy as possible, which is normally helpful by pressing it down onto the table. Also make sure you have your arm out to the side and that you're looking down the barrel of the cue.
So I hope that little tutorial will help you out. Don't forget to re-watch it just to make sure you're doing everything right, and also just keep practicing and eventually you'll get it. So thank you for watching and goodbye.